Imagine the emotional roller coaster of returning to the place where you built an empire, only to face it as an opponent. That's the heart-wrenching reality Khris Middleton is navigating tonight as he steps onto the court in Milwaukee for the first time since his blockbuster trade away from the Bucks. Buckle up, basketball fans, because this story isn't just about stats and scores. It's about loyalty, legacy, and the bittersweet tug of homecoming. But here's where it gets intriguing. Will Middleton's deep ties to Milwaukee fuel a standout performance, or will the nostalgia weigh him down? Stick around to dive deeper into this fascinating chapter. Khris Middleton woke up in Milwaukee on the morning of the NBA season opener, much like he had countless times during his over a dozen years with the team. Yet this Wednesday marked a pivotal shift. He was suiting up for the Washington Wizards instead of the Milwaukee Bucks. For more on the trade details, check out this AP article. https://apnews.com/Bucks John Horst Khris Middleton trade 187C29CBDB74EV 6514. I've gotta be honest, the 34-year-old forward shared during the Wizards pre-game shoot-around. It felt a bit strange. You know, this isn't Middleton's inaugural showdown against his old squad since the Bucks shipped him and a 2024 first-round pick, A.J. Johnson, to Washington in that high-stakes trade deadline deal. Learn more here. https://apnews.com/Khris Middleton Kyle Kuzma trade Bucks Wizards DB591B3 FOB 74231 D98B 725 B0BEF12. In exchange, Kyle Kuzma joined the Bucks. Middleton already went head-to-head with them earlier, dropping 12 points and narrowly missing a game-winning three-pointer in the Wizards' 104-101 defeat at the buzzer back on February 21st of last season. Recap the game here. https://apnews.com/Bucks Wizards Kyle Kuzma 112C 8B047678B1D S6DA4 Feb9. Still, facing the Bucks on their home turf in Milwaukee promises an intensified emotional wave. Given the arena is steeped in his most cherished career moments, it's just different being back in this spot, with the fans cheering and in the city I called home for over a decade, Middleton reflected. There's something extra special about revisiting the venue you played a huge role in shaping. Middleton earned spots on 3 All-Star teams, those annual showcases where NBA stars from across the league come together for an exhibition game, and clinched a championship with the Bucks. For beginners in the NBA world, an all-star selection is like being voted the MVP of your conference's elite players. A huge honor that highlights your skills and fan appeal. The Bucks scooped him up from the Detroit Pistons back in the summer of 2013. Over 12 seasons, he racked up impressive averages: 17.1 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. He's also the franchise leader in three-pointers made, 1,382, with his 12,586 total points, ranking 3rd all-time in Bucks history, trailing only his former teammate Giannis Antetokounmpo and legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Middleton sits second to Antetokounmpo in games played, 735, third in assists, 2,990, fifth in steals, 870, and 7th in rebounds, 3,598. These stats paint a picture of a reliable, all-around player who was the backbone of the team. And this is the part most people miss: the profound personal connections. He deserves the most heartfelt welcome imaginable, Antetokounmpo remarked after the Bucks' open scrimmage on Sunday. When he walks in and sees that tribute video of his time here, I bet he'll be choked up with tears before tip-off. I can't put into words what Khris means to this team, or to me personally. In the playoffs leading to the Bucks' 2021 title, their first in 50 years, a milestone that broke a long championship drought. Middleton shone with averages of 23.6 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 5.1 assists. Dive into that championship run here. https://AP News, Sports, NBA, Milwaukee Bucks, Phoenix Suns, 64E76FE180686. That guy is like family to me. He's my lifelong brother side by side. Milwaukee's head coach Doc Rivers dubbed Middleton a Buck for life, predicting that the three-time All-Star would be fired up tonight. Drawing from his own experiences, Rivers shared how he spent his first 8 playing years with the Atlanta Hawks, who he felt treated him well. Even so, after being traded, he was determined to prove what they let go. "I wanted to drop 50 points on them," Rivers joked. "The issue was, I didn't have the chops to pull it off. But, Khris? He's got the scoring talent in spades." Rivers even pushed the Bucks video team to craft an outstanding highlight reel celebrating Middleton's Milwaukee legacy. As Middleton prepped on Wednesday, memories flooded back. "Just taking a trip down memory lane," he said. "I've trodden these corridors countless times, achieving big wins and facing tough losses. It's a reflective moment for me, pondering the highs, the lows, and everything in between." Middleton's career numbers with the Bucks could have been even loftier, but injuries hampered him, limiting him to just 33 games in 2022-23 and 55 in 2023-24. He sat out the first 21 games last season while rehabbing from surgeries on both ankles. Read about his debut here. /APnews.com/Khris Middleton Bucks debut -7AE17A1B732A 4407F14D945F. A sprained medial collateral ligament, MCL, a common knee injury that sidelines players for weeks, also kept him out of the 2022 Eastern Conference semifinals, where the Bucks fell in 7 games to the Boston Celtics. Game details: https://article/Boston/Celtics/NBA Sports 50054BN96 CUA. And series recap /APnews.com/article/Milwaukee Bucks Miami Heat Boston Celtics NBA Travel 7D6FD7328F8DFB5901 A9CE22. These setbacks highlight a key aspect of elite athletes' careers: resilience through physical challenges, which can make comebacks even more triumphant. Now, though, Middleton is in top form and excited for a healthy start to the season. "My body's feeling fantastic," he noted. "I had an awesome offseason. Starting from scratch and building strength without the hassle of rehab routines or surgeries. I'm in a good spot health-wise, and I'm curious to see how this year unfolds." But here's where it gets controversial. Some fans might argue that Middleton's deep Bucks roots could lead to a subdued performance, prioritizing sentiment over aggression. Others might counter that true competitors rise to the occasion, turning emotional fuel into fiery motivation. Is loyalty to a former team a strength or a distraction in sports? And in an era of player movement via trades, should fans expect less passion from traded stars? What do you think, readers? Does Middleton owe the Bucks a respectful outing? Or is it time for him to unleash and show what they've traded away? Share your takes in the comments. Do you agree that past bonds should influence present play? Or is it all about the game now? Let's discuss. AP NBA, https://apnews.com/NBA. Copyright 2025, The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, written, or redistributed.